at the Topaz Detailing track day. The first one they've ever done. Oh, that's a bit lively, isn't it?
Yeah, the first couple of corners, just getting used to it.
And what we're going to do, Tiff, we're going to do some lap times in 4 very special cars. This GT2 RS that's been tuned a little bit. We've got a Ferrari Pista, very similar to this.
Brilliant.
We've got Lamborghini SVJ, and also we've got the mighty McLaren Senna. Lap times in all 4.
I can't wait to get behind the wheel of those.
Tiff, I got a little confession. The good news is you're driving it now. The bad news is Topaz Detailing have got their own driver called James Webb, some young, handsome,
He's quite good, but what you mean I'm not driving the other cars?
I'm sorry to say, don't shoot the messenger, but Ollie's going to be doing the fast lap times, the consistent lap times. This one, it's just for fun.
Porsche 911s are just unbeatable, whatever shape or form they are. From the basic 911 to this top of the range, I mean, what a thing. What a thing. I've got all the traction control off, but it's got so much mechanical grip. I don't feel it's going to suddenly let loose. 120. Hit the rev limiter, 140, 150, 160.
Now you can brake. Now you can brake. Thank you. Thanks for braking.
After a bit of fun on track with the GT2 RS, we were keen to see how it fared against the competition. There were a whole host of impressive cars attending the track day, and the guys from Topaz, Mazin and Needell kindly invited us down to cover the main 4-car shootout. With 2 Nürburgring record breakers, the latest track-focused car from Ferrari, and a bona fide hypercar, we were sure to be in for an interesting afternoon. First up, the Lamborghini.
First out is the Lamborghini SVJ. This car is brand spanking new, 200 miles on the clock.
What?
I know.
Well, he's letting Ollie drive it.
I don't think he's going to take it to the limit.
Should have more experience driving.
So here we are, Silverstone International, and I am in the brand new Lamborghini SVJ from Supercar one leg Ash that's lent us this to use. It's going to be up against the Pista, the McLaren Senna. It's going to be up against the GT2 RS Manthai, so we've got some proper cars here today, and this is a challenging track for it. Bumpy on the International, but we still have the long straights. Let's see what they can do.
Start the clock.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie's done a few sports car races, hasn't he?
He's been around a little bit. He's not too shabby. Here he is. And stop the clock.
11.7 for the first lap out.
Which means absolutely nothing.
And the trouble is, it is only 2 laps each car, so some cars will be easier straight away, so it's not exact. Here he comes now, come on, resisting. 11.7 the first lap and 10.9.
Okay, so that is that. The brakes are already starting to go on that one, so I think that's the lap that we're going to get. But I can tell you, compared to the standard SV, that is incredible. The brakes still go soft too early, but the amount of grip mid-corner and on the power with that steering from the rear, it's really transformed this car from a car that I really wasn't massively fond of, the SV on track, to a car that belongs on the track and not the streets of London.
10.9 is the target, and what's next?
Next up is the GT2 RS, which looks very, very mean down there, owned by the owner of Topaz Detailing.
But tuned by Manthai Tuning, so it's not exactly a standard 911 GT2 RS, is it? They tune the suspension. I mean, the company that's been tuning sports cars, Porsches, for years.
But they don't need to, the car goes round corners fast anyway.
They're fast enough for you, not fast for racing driver. Me and Ollie Webb.
So now we are in the GT2 RS with some Manthai kits on it. This is the one that everyone is very interested to see how it does. It's got a lot of power, a lot of grunt. It's a bit more vicious than the GT3 RS, which is one of my favourite track day cars to drive. So I'll be interested in this, in the drivability side of it just as much as anything.
Here we go, here we go.
And
Oh, it looks quick.
start the clock.
Looks quick, looks lovely. And it's probably a good time to tell you, Tiff, that you haven't seen already the GT2 RS video versus the Aventador S. If you click here, you can watch it. You interested in that?
Click where?
Tiff,
I'm trying to click
there.
a stopwatch. I'm waiting for
Okay,
Ollie to
there.
finish his first flying lap.
Here he comes,
in
here he
the
comes, here he
11.03 for his first lap.
I think this thing can go a lot faster than that. I think it's got another second in it.
Here we come.
Here he comes, here he
Second
comes.
flying lap for the Porsche. 8.54.
Okay, so that thing is the most lethal. I can tell you that. It's the one that you've got to fight for the most. I'm actually slightly out of breath on that one. That is definitely the one to beat so far, I think. It's the feistiest. She's not nice in a straight line with the amount of camber and pressure she's got in. One thing's for sure, this is the hardest to drive.
2.5 seconds quicker than the
Time
Lamborghini.
to beat for sure.
Wasn't that Lamborghini the one that's claimed the Nürburgring lap record?
Yeah,
that got
but
on
it's
all
a
that?
brand new car, brand spanking new, so I
Right.
bet he hasn't taken up to the revs.
So we'll excuse the Lambo for being new, and the Porsche's a Manti tuned version, therefore that's a bit...
Okay, well next up we have the very standard Ferrari Pista. So this is going to be interesting. This thing is a flagship.
Isn't that going to beat the 911 though, Ferrari Pista?
I don't know.
It's a Ferrari.
I know, Tiff, but
It's going to be quicker.
a lot more money, but is it going to be a lot faster around here? We'll soon find out.
So now in the Ferrari Pista, so I'm going to start my warm-up lap on race, and I can feel from the very first turn how direct it is, and God, it's got some power. Much more direct than I thought it would be. So it's time to see what it can do.
And to start the clock on the Ferrari.
Okay, what's your prediction? Faster or slower than the
Faster.
GT2 RS? Okay.
Ferrari's always fast.
I think the Porsche's going to be faster.
Ferrari don't get involved in those Nürburgring lap times as much, do they? I don't know.
They don't need to, it's Ferrari. It's our Ferrari, Tiff.
Here he comes,
Here we
setting
go.
his first lap.
Here we
Always
go.
a bit wide on the last corner.
He's using all the...
10.25 for an opener.
That's a fast opener, much faster than the GT2 RS on the
Nearly a
opener.
second quicker than the 911
Yeah.
its opener.
Here we come,
Here we
comes
go, here
my
we go, here we go.
Ferrari.
Oh, he's wide there. Come on. Come on.
Oh, not beating the Porsche. 9.47. That's a second slower.
Wow.
So that was very, very impressive. Very stiff, much more capable than the 488. Braking, very impressive. No fade at all. So the fading is the biggest thing I've noticed so far from Lamborghini to Ferrari. There is no fading in this Pista, and that is a big thing for track days, and also for brake and tyre wear combined, pads and disc, which everyone knows is very expensive who tracks their cars, but that was mighty, mighty impressive.
So next up, final car is the McLaren Senna. Actually, what am I talking about? The GT2 RS going to win. This Senna should absolutely destroy it.
Now, this is a bit cheating, really, because Ollie was McLaren's test drive. He developed the Senna, therefore he's going to be right on the money straight
you're
away.
probably right there, actually.
Okay, so now in the McLaren Senna, the final car that we're going to test today, it's just had a little bit of drizzle on the track, so we're going to see what it's like just to make sure it's nice and even for all the cars. Now the braking capability of the Senna is 100% without question the best road car in the world for braking. Now whether it can put it all together with everything else, let's wait and see.
Here comes the Senna to
Here
start
we go,
his
starting.
first lap.
Why do some people think it was ugly, the Senna? I thought, I mean, it looks, you know.
I don't think it's the prettiest car. I think it's a race car. That's
Yeah,
probably
but-
why
yeah,
you like it.
Yeah, I like, yeah.
It's a race car for the road. Simple.
Here comes
Get
the
ready, get
Senna
ready,
to
ready.
finish his first lap in. Blown the ball away.
Already?
7.08 on the first lap.
Blimey. But like you said, Ollie is the official McLaren driver, isn't he? So that's got to count for something. That's got to be a second a lap,
The
sure.
question is, how much quicker is going to be on the second lap?
I dread to think.
Here goes, here goes, here comes the Senna to
Oh, it
finish.
looks
He's taking
fast,
up
it looks fast. Come on, Tiff.
6:38, 1 minute, 6.38.
Wow, it just absolutely blew everything
4
away.
seconds faster than the Lamborghini,
Wow.
2 seconds faster than the 911, and 3 seconds faster than the Ferrari.
Wow.
And that was the Senna. Just unbeatable on the brakes. Unbeatable on the brakes. Downforce, amazing. High speed is where it kills. Slow speed, that understeer turned into good turning. It's hard to say too much bad about McLaren once it's on a track. We all know everything else with the McLarens, but what we do know is on track, there's not much like it. Woohoo!
Wow. I would like to see Ollie do a few more laps in the other
No,
cars.
I would like to see me do a few laps in these other cars. Ollie,
It's
Ollie,
about
Ollie.
time I did some
Ollie,
other
Ollie,
laps in some
Ollie.
other cars. Why
It's
is
not
it
the
always
point.
you?
You'll be getting someone else in younger next.
Well, you know.